Good evening, everyone. Dr. Freedom here with you. Times from Dr. News. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you in some strange way that only photos can describe. I'm not kidding. Run around out there and check out Twitter right now before the Awesome Con panel photos, the what do you call it, the Dallas fan expo photos and whatnot. Because Capaldi and Coleman were in the U.S. this weekend. Now I know both wound up at Awesome Con in Washington D.C. on Sunday, but they started out down in Dallas, Texas at the beginning of the weekend. Michelle Gomez was down there in Dallas with them. And I know Berriman joined them, I believe. Yeah, John Berriman joined them at Awesome Con on this past Sunday. A lot of weird photos, a lot of weird mayhem, and looks like a lot of fun had by all. And especially go look around and find the bit where Capaldi does the Dalek voices. Oh, my goodness. But, okay, let's hop right into it. Let's get done. Let's get it over with. Let's take a look. Okay, first up over on the Daily Mail, we have doctor's orders. Jenna Coleman and Peter Capaldi touched down in London after returning for a sci-fi event. Saw what? Reuniting for a sci-fi fan event in the United States. Yeah, this is some nice shots of them back at Heathrow, and this was just put out today. And oh my goodness gracious, and lots of interesting stuff. Here's some shots from the panels and whatnot. You may want to go check this article out. And like I said, keep looking around online. There's a lot of photos, especially from the photo op booths. Okay, you need to see these photos. Speaking of that, see, segue. These photos of Peter Capaldi with Doctor Who fans at Dallas Comic-Con. This right here is the most adorable one ever. Someone did a close-up of this one, and it is so freaking cool. How many actors or actresses do you know would do a shot like this, holding your baby? That is so freaking awesome. And, of course, there's Freema Agyeman getting in. And this was with Spider-Man writer Dan Slott. And that's why everybody's doing the webby fingers. If you click on this one, check it out. And like I said, lots and lots of great photos that were bouncing around today on the fan circuit. Freema looking awesome. Look at some of these. These are so cool. And yeah, I love that Michelle Gomez with the funky hair. Oh man. Like I said, just look around. There's lots and lots and lots of these running around on Facebook, Twitter, and whatnot. Mainly Twitter. Instagram, I think, has a few popped up here and there. Okay, Peter Capaldi has confirmed the Doctor Who filming starting date. Now, Cultbox was running around yesterday going, they ain't going to start filming until July, which turns out to be a load of bullshit. Capaldi confirmed over the weekend, shooting starts in 2 weeks on Doctor Who Series 10. So throw the July crap out the window. So you folks who are saying around June 17th, boom, you're dead on. It turns out you're about bang on, because he said this over the weekend, so that lines right up. So we got to start keeping our eyes out for them, for those locator signs starting in 2 weeks. All right, Steve Moffat reveals Pearl Mackie debut into the year 2017, her name, where she's from. He basically said from now, at least for now, in his mind that her name's Billy, or Bill is short for Billy, and he goes into another 50 things right here. And this was in Doctor Who magazine, and this is a nice little quote and little thing done by Cameron McEwen. Moving on, first writer has been confirmed for Doctor Who Series 10, and it is Mark Gatiss. All right, Pearl Mackie. Sorry, I belched. Did you hear it? All right, thanks, Doctor Who fans, for the beautifully warm welcome. And this was part of a letter that Sophie Aldred mentioned in this past week's, past Friday's little thing. By the way, if you haven't watched that, please go do. We got Sophie on camera, and it was a fun time. All right. Pearl Mackie reveals she's touched by the response from fans since their introduction. She thanked Doctor Who fans for the incredible dedication and unapologetic Whovian love, and this fandom cannot be contained by time and space. And as a newcomer to this amazing community, your beautifully warm welcome is something I will never forget. And I think that's part of that letter she wrote for Doctor Who magazine. All right, Tom Baker will play Tom Baker in a new series, and it begins with the Doctor Who star's funeral. That's right, Baker's and promises to be every bit as funny and offbeat as Tom Baker himself. Now, He's the lead in a new audio series, Baker's End, which also stars Doctor Who companion Katie Manning. Now, the series opens as actors from across the land descend mournfully upon the remote English village of Happenstance for Baker's funeral. Now, his one-time co-star Susie Goshawk, which is played by Katie Manning, is swiftly sucked into a vortex of intrigue involving Tom's housekeeper, Miss Frimbley, and the local vicar, and no one is quite able to agree upon how Tom met his disastrous end. And oh gosh, it just keep reading. I'm not kidding. That just sounds like it's gonna be funny as hell. All right, see, Moffat says Lenny Henry's criticism of the BBC inspired them to hire Pearl Mackie. And he goes, I've been listening to what Lenny had been saying. We decided that the new companion was going to be non-white, and that was an absolute decision because we needed to do better on that. Young people watching the show have to know that they have a place in the future. And me personally, you should have went with Rakith Akrar then. But oh well, we're gonna get Bill of Phil show. I'm just kidding. Okay, she was the one that was put out there to distract everybody off the wake on. So let's next up. Oh, I forgot I still had this up. He did a cute picture. Okay, so that's all I had for today, really. It was just an amazing weekend. We finally got a filming date, and like I said, that's 2 weeks from this past weekend. So that falls right in line with the 17th of June. And like I said, Cold Box was running around screaming like Chicken Little, saying it was going to be July. And it's not like it really matters at this point, given the fact we're not getting a new series until spring of next year anyway, besides Christmas special the end of this year. So either way, it's just amazing that everybody's already jumping the gun. And I've really been kind of enjoying this slow year. I've been, sitting back, driving the Jag, and, relaxing and, yeah, great. Also, I've been getting work done on Skydark 9, which is in the works. It's just taking me a little longer with this one because we're getting to a very, very important part of the story, and I don't want to mess it up. So keep your ears open for that. It will be out shortly. Okay, until next time, guys, take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your night. I am out of here. Laters.